Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Occult Think Tank. My name is Greg. In today's program, I am going to be talking about government projects and definitions. This one is going to be a big one, so I'm going to get right into that. Project Grudge / Project Aquarius. Grudge contains 16 volumes of documented information collected from the beginning of the United States investigation on unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and identified alien crafts, AICS. The project was originally established in 1953 by the order of President Eisenhower, under control of the CIA and MAJI. In 1960, the project's name was changed from Project Sign to Project Aquarius. The project was funded by the CIA, confidential funds not appropriated. The project assumed full responsibility for the investigation and intelligence of UFOs and/or IACS. After December of 1979, when Project Grudge and Project Blue Book were closed. The purpose of Project Aquarius was to collect all scientific, technological, medical, and intelligence information from the UFO and AIC sightings and contacts with alien life forms. These orderly files of collected information have been used to advance the United States Air Force space program, not NASA. No, that would be the Space Force that Trump had announced. That was, before Trump had announced it, it would have been top secret. Aquarius is a project which compiled the history of the alien presence and their interaction with the Homo sapiens upon this planet for the last 25,000 years, and culminating with the Basque people, BASQUE people, and in parentheses, PAISBASCO, who live in the mountainous country on the border of France and Spain, and the Assyrians, or Syrians, originally from the Sirius star system. TS/ORCOM, ORCOM. The preceding briefing is a historical account of the United States government's investigation of aerial phenomena, recovered alien crafts, and contacts with extraterrestrial life forms. The projects under Project Aquarius. Project Plato. Originally established as part of Project Sign in 1954, its mission was to establish diplomatic relations with aliens. This project was successful when mutual acceptable terms were agreed upon. These terms involved the exchange of technology for secrecy of alien presence and non-interference in alien affairs. Aliens agreed to provide Magi with a list of human contacts on periodic basis. This project is continuing at a site in New Mexico. Project Sigma. Originally established as part of Project Sign in 1954, became a separate project in 1976. Its mission was to establish communication with aliens. This project met with positive success. In 1959, the United States established primitive communications with aliens. On April 25, 1964, a USAF intelligence officer met with aliens at Malamar Air Force Base in New Mexico. This contact lasted approximately 3 hours. After several attempted methods of communication, the intelligence officer managed to exchange basic information with the aliens. This project is continuing at a site in New Mexico. Project Red Light. Originally established in 1954, its mission was to test and fly a recovered alien aircraft. First attempts resulted in the destruction of the aircraft and the death of the pilot. This project was resumed in 1972. This project is continuing in Nevada. Project Snowbird. Originally established in 1954, its mission was to develop and using conventional technology and fly a flying saucer type craft for the public. This project was successful when a craft was built and flown in front of the press. This project was used to explain UFO sightings and to divert public's attention from Project Red Light. The Majestic Projects. Sigma is the project which first established communications with aliens and is still responsible for communications. Plato is the project responsible for the diplomatic relations with aliens. This project secured a formal treaty, illegal under the U.S. Constitution, with the aliens. The terms were that the aliens would give us, our government, in quotes, technology and would not interfere in our history. In return, we, our government, in quotes, agreed to keep their presence on Earth a secret, not to interfere in any way with their actions, and to allow them to abduct humans and animals. The aliens agreed to furnish MJ-12 with a list of abductees on a periodic basis for governmental controls for their experiments with abductees. Number 3, Aquarius, is the project which compiled the history of the alien presence and interaction on Earth and the Homo sapiens. 4, Garnet, Garnet, is the project responsible for control of all information and documents regarding the alien subjects and accountability of their information and documents. Pluto is a project responsible for evaluating all UFO and AIC information pertaining to space technology. Pounce, Pounce, project was formed to recover all downed and or crashed craft and aliens. This project provided cover stories and operations to mask the true endeavor. Whenever necessary, covers which had been used were crashed experimental aircraft, constructing, mining, etc. This project has been successful and is ongoing today. NRO is National Recon Organization, based at Fort Carson, Colorado. It is responsible for security on all alien or alien spacecraft connected to the projects. Delta is the designation for the specific term of NRO, which is especially trained and tasked with security of all Majestic projects. It's a security team and task force from NRO especially trained to provide alien tasked projects and Luna security. In parentheses, also has the code name Men in Black. This project is still ongoing. 9. Blue Team is the first project responsible for reaction and or recovery of downed and or crashed alien craft and or aliens. This was an Air Force Material Command project. 10. SIGN is the second project responsible for collection of intelligence and determining whether alien presence constituted a threat to the U.S. national security. SIGN absorbed the Blue Team project. This was an Air Force and CIA project. 11. Red Light was the project to test fly recovered alien craft. This project was postponed after every attempt resulted in the destruction of the craft and death of the pilots. This project was carried out at Area 51, Groom Lake, Dreamland, in Nevada. Project Red Light was resumed in 1972. This project has been partially successful. UFO sightings or craft accompanied by black helicopters are Project Red Light's assets. This project is now ongoing at Area 51 in Nevada. 12. Snowbird was established as a cover for Project Red Light. A flying saucer type craft was built using conventional technology. It was unveiled to the press and flown in public on several occasions. The purpose was to explain accidental sightings or disclosure of red light as having been the Snowbird's craft. This was a very successful disinformation operation. This project is only activated when needed. This description has not been used for many years. This project is currently in mothballs until it is needed again. 13. Blue Book was a U.S. Air Force UFO and alien intelligence collection and disinformation project. This project was terminated and its collected information and duties were absorbed by Project Aquarius. A classified report named Grudge/Blue Book, report number 13, is the only significant information derived from the project and is unavailable to the public. From what I read before from other sources, this report number 13 talked about everything inside the Grudge history. Majestic's contingency plans. In 1949, MJ-12 evolved an initial plan of contingency called MJ 1949-04P/78 that was to make allowances for public disclosure of some data should the necessity present itself. General Doolittle made a prediction that one day we would have to reckon with the aliens, and that Grudge/Blue Book and Report 13 stated that it appeared that General Doolittle was correct. The Grudge/Blue Book report number 13 also mentioned that the document stated that many military, government personnel, and civilians have been terminated, murdered without due process of law when they had attempted to reveal the secret. Plan A: contain or delay release of information. Code Majestic/STR/M. There is also 03 CCPN24. This plan called for the use of Majestic 12 as disinformation ploy to delay and confuse the release of information should anyone get too close to the truth. It was selected because the similarity of spelling and the similarity to MJ12. Yeah, the only difference is Majestic 12 is spelled out in all capital letters, whereas the other Majestic 12 is MJ 12. It was also designed to confuse memory and to result in a fruitless search for material which did not exist, i.e., William Moore's documents. And there's a question mark after that. Plan B. Should the information become public, or should the aliens take over? This plan called for the public announcement that a terrorist group had entered the United States with an atomic weapon. It would be announced that the terrorists planned to detonate the weapon in a major city. Martial law would be declared, and all persons with implants would be activated by the aliens. That person, in this specific case, would be rounded up by Majestic along with all dissidents and would be placed into concentration camps. The press, the radio, and TV would be nationalized and controlled. Anyone attempting to resist would be arrested or killed. Majestic's secret weapon against the aliens. Although better weapons are being developed every day, the following are a few of the originals created. Gabriel is a project to develop a high-frequency pulse sound-generating weapon. It was said that this weapon would be effective against the alien craft and their beam weapons. Specifications about the Gabriel project shows high-frequency microwave projections included. Joshua is a project to develop a low-frequency pulsed sound-generating weapon. The weapon was developed and assembled at Ling Temco Vault in Anaheim, California. It was described as being able to totally level any man-made structure from a distance of 2 miles. It was tested at White Sands Proving Grounds. It was developed between 1975 and 1978. It is a longhorn-shaped device connected to a computer and amplifiers. Ling Temco Vault, LTV, has since moved from its Anaheim facility, which was near the Grand Hotel across the street from Disneyland. Specifications about Joshua Project show low frequency generated with microwave projections included. This makes me think of HARP. I don't know if the two are connected, but the aspect of low frequency weapons correlates, at least from what I'm thinking, to the ELF waves mentioned with HARP. Excalibur is a weapon to destroy the alien underground bases. It is a missile capable of penetrating 1,000 meters of turfa/hard-packed soil, such as that found in New Mexico, with no operational damage. Missile apogee not to exceed 30,000 feet above ground level, AGL, and impact must not deviate in excess of 50 meters from designated target. The device was to carry 1 to 10 megaton nuclear warhead. The secret for self-contained missile drill, a vertical shaft over 1,000 meters deep, consists of an energized microwave deflector in the missile warhead. OBS, magic. has 5 other major weapons to be used against aliens, but I do not have the data on or about these weapons yet. Information from Inside Grudge/Blue Book, report number 13. EBE is the name designation given to a live alien captured at the Roswell, New Mexico crash. He died in captivity. EBE means extraterrestrial biological entity. Krill, KRLL, was the first alien ambassador to the United States of America. Guests were the alien exchanged for humans who gave us the balance of Yellow Book at the onset of 1972. There were only 3 left alive. Now we have around 4,000. They were called alien life forms, ALFs, or OBS. They have a big tendency to lie. Yellow Book is all that we know about alien technology, culture, and their history. Religion. The aliens believe in a universal cosmic God. The aliens claim that men are hybrids who were created by them. They claim all religion was created by them to hasten the formation of a civilized culture and to control the human race. They claim that Jesus was a product of their efforts. The aliens have furnished proof of their claims and have a device that allows them to show audibly and visually any part of history that they wish or we wish to see. Alien bases exist in 4 corners areas of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. 6 bases were described in 1972, all on Indian reservations, and all in the 4-corner area. The base near Dulce is one of them. Also, bases at California, Nevada, Florida, Texas, Maine, Georgia, and Alaska. Craft recoveries. The documents stated that many craft had been recovered. The early ones from Roswell, Aztec, Roswell again, Texas, Mexico, and other places, which will be discussed later. Abductees were occurring long before 1972. Early civilizations refer to these incidents. The documents stated that humans and animals were being abducted and or mutilated. Many vanished without a trace. They were taking sperm and ova samples, tissues, performed surgical operations, implanted a spherical device 40 to 50 microns in size near the optic nerve in the brain, and all attempts to remove the device have resulted in the death of the patient. The document estimated that 1 in every 40 people have been implanted. This implant was said to give the aliens total control of the human. Other majestic alien tips from Report 13. We confirmed in 1989 the existence of alien crafts at a hangar in Edwards Air Force Base. The hangar is at north end of the base. It has been guarded by non-Edwards personnel who are NRO Delta personnel. The guards wear a badge that is red with a black triangle on the face of the badge. No one was allowed near the hangar without this badge. The NRO Delta personnel are no longer guarding the hangar. Edwards security forces are guarding it now, and they are instructed to check the hangar each hour and report the status. NRO, in addition, they have been instructed never to enter the hangar, even if it has been broken into. The hangar is still locked and no one is allowed inside without special authorization from NRO/Delta. We also have confirmed the existence of alien materials at another special hangar at Edwards, AFB, which I would assume is Air Force Base. The badge insignias that are on some alien craft, alien flags, is called the trilateral insignia. You will be seeing a picture of this and this page in front of you. Under that, there is, found on some spacecraft, marks bases and landing sites. This symbol is visible only when viewed from directly overhead. And then this symbol is found on Regalian's spacecraft and their uniforms. And like I said, you'll be seeing a picture of this in front of you. Luna 2, code name for the location of the second most important underground Regalian base in New Mexico. The base is alien controlled and NRO Delta and alien protected. Luna is ongoing. Far side of the moon is the term used in reference to inside Luna 2. The Luna 2 underground base, ufologists and some other various people who have stumbled upon this term have a misunderstanding and believed that it was a reference to Luna 1, the moon base. Apparently, far side of the moon does not refer to the moon base. It refers to inside Luna 2, which is located in New Mexico and is controlled by the Regalian alien as well as NRO and Delta. NSA security system. NSA Security Agency, NSA, was created to protect the secretly recovered flying discs and eventually got complete control over all communication intelligence. This control allows the NSA to monitor any individual through mail, telephone, telex, fax, telegrams, and now through online computer, monitoring private and personal communications as they choose. In fact, the present-day NSA is the current main expression of MJ-12 and PL-40 pertaining to the flying saucer program. Vast amounts of disinformation are spread through the UFO research field. Any witnesses to any aspect of the program have their lives monitored in every detail. For each has signed a security catch for people who have worked in the program, including military members. Breaking the oath could have any one of the following direct consequences: a verbal warning accompanied by a review of the security oath, a stronger warning, sometimes accompanied with a browbeating and intimidation, psychologically working on an individual to bring on depression that will lead to suicide, murder of the person, which is made to appear as a suicide or accident, strange or sudden accidents, always fatal, confinement in a special detention center, confinement in an insane asylum, where they are treated by mind control and deprogramming techniques. The individuals are later released with changed personalities, identities, and altered memories, bringing the individual into the inside where he or she is employed and works for them, where he or she can be watched. This is usually in closed facility with little contact with the outside world. Underground facilities are usually the place for this. Any individual who they perceive to be too close to the truth will be treated in the same manner. MJ-12-NSA will go to any length to preserve and protect the ultimate secret, as we will see later. The characteristics of what this ultimate secret would turn out to be would change drastically, for it was something that even MJ-12/NASA could not predict. Actual contact with alien groups. How the actual contact between the government and the aliens was initially made is not known at this time, but the government was made aware that it could be done by any alien using the right equipment. Facts about aliens on Earth. Code Omnidata. You will be seeing this page in front of you. After all these years of research, we have compiled these facts about aliens on Earth. Alien crafts are from other worlds have crashed on Earth. Alien crafts are from both ultra-dimensional sources and sources within this dimension. Early U.S. government efforts at acquiring technologies were successful. The U.S. government has had live alien hostages at some point in time. The U.S. government has conducted autopsies on alien cadavers. The U.S. intelligence agency and security agency are involved in the cover-up of facts pertaining to the situation. People have been and are currently being abducted, mutilated, murdered, and kidnapped as a result of the UFO situation. There is a current alien presence on this planet among us that controls different elements of our society. Alien forces maintain bases on Earth and on the Moon. The U.S. government has had a working relationship with alien forces for some time, with the express purpose of gaining technology in gravitational propulsion, beam weaponry, and mind control. Millions of cattle have been killed in the process of acquiring biological materials. Both aliens and the U.S. government are responsible for mutilations, but for different reasons. We live in a multi-dimensional world that is overlapped and visited by aliens/entities from another dimension. Many of these entities are hostile, and many of them are not hostile. The basis for our genetic development and religion lies in intervention by non-terrestrial and terrestrial forces. The truth about our actual technology far exceeds that perceived by the public. The United States space program of today is a cover operation that exists for public relation purposes. People are being effectively killed in order to suppress the facts about the situation. The CIA and the NSA are involved so deeply that exposure would cause collapse of their overt structures. Facts indicate alien presence within 5 to 10,000 years. Our civilization is one of many that have existed in the last billion years, Milky Way time period. Alien psychology, see information in following pages. Metagene factor, see information in following pages. Next we have main important UFO crashes under ultra-secret cover-ups. For simplicity's sake, I am going to have a picture of this page in front of you where you can see the UFO crashes, dates, cause. Most of them are unknown. There's only one that was by radar and one that was UFO malfunction. Underneath that, which you will also be seeing a picture of, is extraterrestrial classifications. Guests, invited aliens with authorization of the U.S. government to stay on Earth. Visitors, aliens who have come to Earth for unknown missions. Prisoners, captured aliens by the U.S. government and or governments. Researchers, aliens who have come to Earth for scientific motives. Intruders or malevolents, aliens who are dangerous for our civilization because they do not respect our society. Neutrals, aliens who just observe our civilization and never interfere with us. Colonizers, small groups of aliens who have decided to live among us, like us. Interactors, small groups of aliens who have decided to interfere with our history, making changes when it is possible. Alien presence on Earth. There are some 160 or more known types of aliens visiting our world, Earth, at the present time. There are the most commonly seen types: Greys, type 1, the Regalians, from the Rigel star system, and are approximately 4 feet tall with a large head containing large slanted eyes, who worship technology and don't care about us. Type popularized in the Communion book by Stieber. They need vital secretions for their survival, which they are getting from us Earthlings. Greys, type 2, come from Zeta Reticuli, 1 and 2 solar system. Same general appearance as type 1, although they have a different finger arrangement and a slightly different face. These Greys are more sophisticated than type 1. They possess a degree of common sense and are somewhat passive. They don't require the secretions that type 1 do. Greys, type 3. Simple cloning from the types 1 and 2 above. Their lips are thinner, or no lips. They are subservient to type 1 and 2 Greys above. Nordic, blonde Swedes. Known by any of these names, they are similar to us. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Some have dark hair and brown eyes, and they are shorter in height. They will not break the law of non-interference to help us. They will only intervene if the Greys' activity were to affect us directly. Nordic clones. They appear to be similar to us, but with a gray tinge to their skin. These Nordics are controlled drones, created by the Greys, type 1. Interdimensional, not para-terrestrial. entities that can assume a variety of shapes, basically of a peaceful nature. Short humanoids, 1.5 to 2.5 feet tall, with skin bluish in color. They are seen quite frequently in Mexico near, I think it's Chupacabra or Chupacabra. Hairy dwarfs, orange. They are 4 feet tall and weigh about 35 pounds. Their hair is color of red. They seem to be neutral and respect intelligent life forms. Very tall race. They look like us, but are 7 to 8 feet tall. They are united with the Swedes, or Nords, or Nordic. Men in Black. They are not from the Delta or NRO division of the government. They are Oriental or olive-skinned. Their eyes are sensitive to light and have vertical pupils. They have very pale skin on some types. They do not conform easily to our social patterns. They usually wear black clothes, sometimes all white or gray clothes, wear sunglasses, and drive black cars. In groups, they all dress alike, sometimes disoriented. They cannot handle a psychological curveball or interruption to their plans. They very often intimidate UFO witnesses and impersonate government officials, equivalent of our CIA from another galaxy. That section was a very long one and full of a whole lot of information that you can accept, reject. It's all up to you. But feel free to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Talk to you later, people. Bye.